we're here basically doing another walkabout. Thank you very much for checking out my video. Love the love. I saw a lot of people checking out my video, and I sincerely appreciate that. Honestly, I do. It definitely helps the channel because this channel needs a little life, and it seems like it's getting some support, and I appreciate that, folks. I really do. And you know me on this channel, as much as possible, I'll be saying hi to everybody that pops into my feed, like as much as I possibly can. So far, people came in on a reasonable time, so a reasonable rate, so I can actually say hi to everybody. Whether I can pronounce your name or not, that's a whole different thing. But I'll try hard because I'm basically trying to show my gratitude for the people that, you know, spend time on my channel. Thank you very much. And mind you, I've been raised by my dear mother to show gratitude for the people that support you. And frankly, guys, that's one of the reasons why I want to do this whole membership drive, because I want to do some merch, and that merch will be my culmination of my gratitude to the people I see that have shown me a little love. And all I'm saying is thank you, all you guys. You guys have been amazing. Anyway, today we're talking about basically we're talking about Kingdom Hearts again. Sorry guys, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Kingdom Hearts is basically a game that you can pick up, and it's actually really fun because it is made by a game company, Square Enix. Square Enix basically is the creators of Final Fantasy and the like. These games are amazingly honestly, for how many variations of this game there is, weirdly enough, they try very hard to make them unique in their own world, which is actually very... How you doing? Party. Thank you very much for checking out my video. I sincerely appreciate it. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you very much. Anyway, as I was saying, so basically, and the thing about making a concept unique, especially when there's variations, like 12 variations of this game, if not more, but weirdly enough, different styles, different eras, and they still feel unique, guys. And that in itself is amazing. And that's one of the reasons why I loved Kingdom Hearts, because they put all those eras all in one game, and it still feels unique. Which, honestly, folks, whoever created that game, whoever was the mastermind of Kingdom Hearts series, is a fucking genius. Like, if we put that kind of mentality into a movie, that kind of creativity, that kind of ingenuity, ladies and gentlemen, we get blockbusters every damn night because of how well the scripting is. Mind you, it is corny at times, but it's... what do you expect from an association with Disney? Ladies and gentlemen, Disney is not known for not... Disney is known for cringe. I'm telling you that right now. They're known for their corniness, their pure and utter ridiculousness. But it's that what keeps us going back, is because of how much we love Disney. It's such a... But the issue is, as of late, movies and or concepts have gone basically downhill. And between you and me, like I said, if we have made movies with said editors and of Kingdom Hearts, or at least directors, or anybody that had anything to do with Kingdom Hearts, and if we've made movies with these guys more often, and mind you, and that's not just the game, it's not just the editors and all that, like all the people, put them onto a project from an actual movie, whether it was animated or not, the movie would actually like blow up. It would get to the point where it would be cheaper to sell the rights to the game or the movie than actually make it, because honestly guys, the concepts they would come up with, like if you're gonna do a movie, right, what kind of movie would you guys want to see is the first question they're gonna ask. And they're gonna like, okay, well, so we're gonna do a fantasy, right? A fantasy, and I'm pretty sure this is how it went. Thank you very much, KLB. Thank you very much. By the way, guys, do me a favor and like, and of course subscribe, and thank you for commenting. I appreciate that. But like I said, it helps the channel if you guys help me go further. And like I said, I'm doing a drive for subscribers, and if I got at least 17 to 1800 subscribers until then, until December specifically. Thundercloud, thank you very much. And I do not know Chinese, Japanese, or any other language like that, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know kanji, I don't know Sanskrit. I only know 2 languages, ladies and gentlemen. Mexican, I'm just kidding. I know Spanish. Sorry, my brain went. I'm a Mexican. And I only know Spanish and English. I don't know any other language. Yeah, I'm gonna be put it as like, I wouldn't be talking, you monobrow ass motherfucker. So don't even start that bullshit. And like I said, guys, I don't speak anything other than Spanish or English. I can't even read it. I can barely read Spanish. I can't read Japanese, Cantonese. I can't read Chinese. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't even read Korean. Ladies and gentlemen, that to me, that's just chicken scratch. So, yeah. Well, at least I'm a Super Saiyan, motherfucker. Because if you try pulling shit on me, there's a reason why they call me the Troll Buster. And you, my dear friend, are about the size of a fucking ant. So don't even start with me, motherfucker. If you don't like my ass, get off my channel. Fun my damn ass. Hey Jacob, thank you for checking out my video. Sincerely appreciate it. No, I'm just coming out here having a little fun with people. I'm also doing a little crowd control. Some guy come on my channel and tried to give me shit, so I gave him shit and blocked him. I'm not gonna deal with shit right now. I'm in a good mood and I don't want people to fucking ruin it. Like, honestly. I'm just trying to have some fun, you know, talk about some of my favorite things. You know, some people might agree with me, some people might disagree. That's fine, as long as you have a little bit of respect. I've said this before on this channel, I'll probably say it again. I'm like Kirby, ladies and gentlemen. You give me some bad energy, I'll absorb it, send it right back at you. Well, it depends on the day. Depends whether or not I've seen something, experienced something. I might have a story here and there. A lot of times it's all about my games that I've been playing lately, because I've been doing 'cause this is a vlog slash gaming video channel, and whether you like either me going out having a conversation with you guys face to face, or you well, right now I'm playing Kingdom Hearts. Right now, specifically, I'm playing Birth by Sleep. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Right now, I have already beaten Vanitas' trial, and now I'm going to the next character, which is Terra. So basically, this game you could choose between three characters: Vanitas, which is the youngest; Terra, which is the oldest; and Aqua, which is I think the middle girl. Because honestly, I think I don't know. Between you and me, I think Terra and Aqua are the same age. I just feel like for some reason Terra is the oldest. I don't know why. I recommend it if you're in the mood for something good. The coolest part about the game is, and like I was saying earlier, the coolest part about Kingdom Hearts in general, it's a combination of, because basically it's made by the same company that started Kingdom Hearts and all its likes. I mean, I've played Marvel Rivals. I don't know. It's not really my thing. I can't really I can't really get into it because it's just another Apex Legends, and I've already played games like that, and they're really just not my thing. One thing, the the game itself, it doesn't feel like it has any kind of balance, to be honest. They say it does, but it doesn't, because think about it this way. You go in, you shoot somebody, and it takes the whole fucking clip in a half just to do a decent amount of damage. And to me, that doesn't make like a sense, especially when you're trying to play a fighting game. They should leave probably the only reason they do that is so they can have a more engaged rate, which is understandable, but it's just not for me. Yeah, I prefer starting line games because at least they give you an objective for the most part. See, for me, a good story is what makes the game. If you're just gonna be shoved into something and said, "Hey, you got to do this," and go for it, I'm like, okay, what's my motivation? Why the fuck am I doing this shit? There's no point. I haven't played the second one yet. Played the first and played enough of the Miles Morales to know more or less. It's kind of an interim, or basically an introduction to a new character. I like that concept. Good games. I love the fact that you can swing around with Spider-Man. One of my favorite things. So honestly, Spider-Man is one of my favorites. And I love the concept of, basically beating the crap out of bad guys, and then webbing them up. It's always a lot of fun, especially when being Spider-Man, he loves to give you some fun quips. So that's why I love Spider-Man in general, because he's so much fun. Me? Oh, Kahum? Eyes? I'm gonna call you Eyes. I'm from Arizona. From the United States of these American. I'm American. Nice. That's hard to do, especially when you have to do everything. And trust me, guys, I got into the point where I took care of all the the tutorial maps, and believe me, that took me a little over 2 hours because I had to get there, I had to figure out what I needed to do. Believe me. Nice. Yeah, I'm here in Mesa. I feel like it's one of the hottest parts of the whole damn state, if it isn't Death Valley. Now, there's a reason why they call it Death Valley. Holy shit. Stubborn and rock hard head. Whether you take it from the upstairs or downstairs, that's a whole different shtick. Now, like I said, and I don't know if you know. Nice. I don't know if you know, but like I was saying, Kingdom Hearts is the one thing I love about. It has a combination concept. Kingdom Hearts is made, like I said, by Square Enix. Made Final Fantasy, which means they use Final Fantasy characters. The coolest part is you mix that with Disney, and it works weirdly amazingly. Like, oh my gods, if you didn't think it mixed perfectly. Trust me, guys. I'd recommend playing the game if you guys want to check it out. It has a little for everybody. It has Mickey. It has Donald, Goofy. I have it on. You can probably get it on most, virtually most any console. If you have a Xbox, I'm pretty sure it's on there. I have a PS5, so I'm pretty sure it's on virtually anything. I mean, there's Kingdom Hearts games on handheld. I'm pretty sure you can get it for Switch too. Okay, well then you can get it on that one. Honestly, guy. So yeah, you can check that out, and yeah, have fun killing off either Formless or the unversed, or even Heartless. Yeah, that's a whole thing. I don't know right at the moment, but my money, and that's a funny thing. I'm pretty sure it's about either 40 to $60. And mind you, the good news is you will get there's a compilation where it has virtually all of them up to Birth by Sleep. So find the one that has all like 1 through 3. No, I have 3. So there is one that has like 3 games on it, 3 or 4 games, and that one's like, I think, $40 to $50. Yeah, check it out, man. It's actually really fun. As far as the storyline, it's very convoluted, so be very, very careful and don't be confused. And if you are confused, there are storylines on YouTube that will tell you what the storyline's all about. Believe me, guys. And you'll be confused if you're not careful, so be wary. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun if you love your old school Disney movies. If you go throughout the whole series, you'll find your favorite ones. One of my favorite ones is I love The Lion King as a kid, so that's one of my favorite ones. I love my sister loved Ariel. So the fact that she was able to do a scene where you could actually, do a musical game, it was actually really fun to do that. But yeah, take care and be safe. Nice. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like, subscribe buttons. It definitely helps the channel. And like I said, I'm doing a drive that would help the channel. That will basically by the end of the year, I'm gonna do a drive and see if I get at least 16 to 1700 uh, subscribers. And if I do get that, then I'll start my own, basically online store, and it will help. The proceeds will go to, well, the obviously the channel will get better equipment, on top of the fact that I can actually do some really cool stuff. I can actually upgrade my equipment to the point where I'm going to have a better array of not only games, but I'm able to do more more fun things. The other thing is, I will also be using the money, unfortunately, for living costs, obviously. So the merch store is basically for incidentals and or upgrades. So, but you guys as my Kandorians will be I'll show you guys as I get these upgrades. And of course, you guys will be the reasons why I would be getting said upgrades eventually, hopefully. So if you guys show me a little love with those comments, subscriptions, I can start that up and as soon as possible, and it will definitely help the channel and my evaluation of humanity. Because let's just face it, folks. Let's make a little hypothetical, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a hypothetical. What if there was a being, kind of like Thanos? Not exactly the whole snap and you're done thing, but the point is, if you had a time where you had to evaluate all of humanity, whether it's every individual humanity, every individual human, or a certain group of humans, or even a certain time, do you think our society as a human race would survive? And again, it really depends on what you're talking about as humanity. Because believe me, folks, I've seen both sides of humanity from both sides of the spectrum. I've seen the best intentions in humanity, the parts of humanity that should be preserved with every urgency. Like, honestly, I've seen the most disgusting things in the world as well. Mind you, a lot of it is from videos, but a lot of them were just basically. I'm saying I saw some of them third hand, like from another person's point of view, which is fucked up as enough as it is. But I have dealt with people that are completely and utterly despicable. I had to deal with a guy. Well, technically not a guy. Sorry, if that was misleading, I apologize. Actually, it was actually my brain went foggy. I had to deal with family members that treated me like shit. Like, honestly, complete and utter garbage. My grandmother on my father's side basically treated me like a plague. Like, I did not matter because of who my mom was. Yeah, she was basically a racist, my grandmother. And long story short, years later, because mind you, I barely remember any of this, but I still remember it. I remember spending the day with my grandmother and meeting my great grandmother, which poor old lady. I mean, honestly, but when I found her, she was completely and utterly senile. Like, to the point where she was such a sweet lady that when she saw me, she wanted to give me a pet and hug. Like, it was cute in a sense where it was kind of tragic because the poor lady, she saw a child, no older. I was no older than 5, maybe 6 years old. No, I think I was like closer to 4 actually. But I do remember this vividly because this lady was she was such a sweetheart. And especially the contrast of my actual grandmother. My grandmother was complete and utter horror, in the sense that she basically treated me like complete and utter garbage. And it sucked because, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I was just being a child, and this lady thought, you know what, I can treat him wrong because nobody's gonna do nothing to me. So one day I'm sitting there. I do remember this very vividly. I remember just sitting there watching. I do remember this so vividly, into the point where I know what I was watching. I was watching Popeye the Sailor Man. Yes, folks, that vividly. I do remember that. And I was just watching, Popeye do his thing, and all of a sudden, my grandmother comes in, starts yelling at me because I was doing nothing. I was a child, for fuck's sake.
It's a weird, I sure would appreciate it. Thank you.
Anyway. So basically, the story is, so you start, she starts yelling at me, right? And she comes in and basically belts me. Just backhands me for no reason. My good-for-nothing of a sperm donor father did nothing. I know, because he just sat like a puppet. Like the useless piece of garbage he was. But as a kid, I didn't know any better. This is all second-hand stories from my mom. I believe her more because my dad was exactly I remember that anyway, one day, my mom heard the slap clear across the other room. Goes over and said, "What's going on?" To see me with the stinging cheek, flying my tail off. I swear to the gods, if this was D&D, she'd turn into a wild bear and ripped this lady a new one. Not so much her in half. Because she did. All I remember was my mom giving her the sonic screech of, "Why in all hades did you just hit my kid?" And my grandmother gave me that look like she was also senile. Like, "Oh my God, I hit the baby." My bad. My dad tried to say something. My mom gave me that look, like basically shut up. And yeah, it didn't go any further than that because my dad had no brains in his skull to climb up. Good on you, Dad. You apparently had enough brains in your head. That would have been another target on my mother's side. Should have been and frankly, I would have been surprised. Anyway, that was the only time that I felt anything in that house. And it was pure And years later, I'd say 16 years later, I get a letter from her trust. And yes, this is her trying to figure the problem. I think the problem was she was only gone. As in, she passed away. I found out only our court out. So basically, according to the will, not really a will, trust, because the place was sold apparently, and all the proceeds went to her living grandchildren, aka me and a couple of dozen. Here's the funny part. A lot of those names on that list were from my father. Yes, folks, remember I called him a sperm donor? Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, long story short, my sperm donor of a papa, my papa, boy, and saying that out loud, it has more venom than I want, but it is what it is. I hate saying that word, but unfortunately that's literally the justification I can give. Long story short, my father left years ago, and then years later I find out that I am named in basically a payout, and they send me a payout. I said, okay, cool, I'll use the money. So I gave don't get me wrong, I used the money, and it was definitely a fun windfall. It was only about $3,000, but it was, for some people, it's not all that much. And honestly, guys, it was nice to have it for a while, but we used it all in one summer, and there's a reason for that. We went to Mexico, to my mom's hometown, and my mom wanted to use that money to basically build up. She wanted to use it to build up my grandfather's homestead, and I said, yeah, that's fine. I'm cool with it. I don't care. Just let me take a couple of $100 and I'm good. And I did. I basically gave her the lion's share of it because, I wasn't going to use it, And my mom was happy with it because she was able to let my grandmother live in her own home, fixed up, and have plenty of amenities. And that's the best part. That was the best part, that I did that. And a lot of people assume that I did that because I hated my grandmother. Not necessarily, but it was a plus. Honestly, folks, I never actually hated my grandmother. I just never had any feelings for her in a general sense. At least not from my father's side of the family. My mother's side of the family, I love my grandmother, and I love my grandpa. May their souls be in Elysium. They're unfortunately no longer with us, folks. My grandfather died pretty young. I was about 12 when he died, and he died at a very young age, 66. Cancer. Yeah, it sucks. Makes them at night? What? But anyway, yeah, that's just basically, that's... And I know I was talking about, people, the really horrible people. Well, the most horrible that I saw was my grandmother on my father's side. And I found out later in life that that was literally the tip of the iceberg. What she did to me, she basically, not only did she do the whole favoritism, she was racist. It was just ridiculous. And mind you, my family never really reconciled with them, and it's fine because we never really needed them. Because honestly, there was a point where I tried. I basically put out the olive branch. I contacted my aunts on that side, yeah, we had a conversation a couple of times, but then there was a point where I just knew that they didn't want anything to do with me. So I said, okay, cool. Well, hey, I put out the olive branch. I wanted to reconnect, but they were into it. So I said, you know what? Fine, it's cool, whatever. Bam. Goodbye. And I haven't talked to them since. I'm pretty sure I still have the paperwork and I still probably call them. But for all I know, they changed their numbers or whatever. Plus, even if I wanted to, it wouldn't benefit me. Yeah, it stings having family that you know are out there, but you can't talk to because they don't want anything to do with you. Difference is, I got over it. And I got over it almost immediately because my entire life, I never had them in the first place. I didn't feel like I needed them. The only reason I even went out and talked to them is I wanted to prove it to myself that I thought, you know, I hope I'm wrong here, but maybe they're not all that bad. No, the whole clan was a complete and utter prick. They were all bad. They were all bad, that whole clan. And I feel bad because now I'm stuck with that name. Luckily, they don't have very much influence and or presence, so my name is synonymous with nothing except with me. Literally, my name hasn't been sullied, and I'm so happy for that because I would hate to have a name that was synonymous with rudeness, entitlement, or whatever, and I would have been horrified. Honestly, guys, I would have been horrified and changed my name right there and then. Whatever may, but luckily I don't have to do that. So yeah, that's my touch with really, really horrible people. Or at least on my father's side, my uncles aren't exactly the best either. That is a different story, unfortunately. And mind you, these are small glimpses compared to other people. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure these are pretty mild compared to certain ones that I know of. But honestly, I prefer the mild right now because at least I know that I survived. You know. And the only reason I'm telling you any of this story is just to basically so if all you guys out there that have actual strong relationships with your families, treasure those. I'm gonna tell you that right now, treasure them, because you don't know how beneficial they are. Not only from any monetary benefit, but at the same time, the love you guys are gonna have for the rest of your lives, it will definitely enrich. Excuse me a second. Excuse me, pardon me. So basically, what I'm saying is, you guys, your family, do yourselves a favor. If you don't have families, there's nothing wrong with trying to make some. Go out and find a lady friend, a fella. Go out there and have start families, and it doesn't even have to be people. Families can be in any way, shape, or form. You can go out and get a dog, cat, whatever, hamster. Yes, there are animals that don't live long as most humans, but believe me, that connection is the most priceless thing you'll ever do for your life. Do not deprive yourself of said love. Believe me, I say that because I have spent so long hating that I almost lost track of the people that loved me. Luckily, it took a 4-year-old to make me understand that love is in the people that are around you and support you. And if you're wondering who that 4-year-old was, it was my little sister when she was very, very small. Mind you, I loved her even as a baby, but I was still always pretty angry back in those days. And it had nothing to do with anybody around me. I was just, for some weird reason, I had a chip on my shoulder. It got me in a lot of trouble at times. Nothing that involved the cops or anything. Just it got people not wanting to be around me, which is understandable. I mean, it made perfect fucking sense. But luckily, said little sister made me realize that love is all about, connection, and that connection is all about compromise and sacrifice. And that's what I learned. I showed enough love around me, and the people that truly loved me back came into my life. Mind you, there's still more to go, because unfortunately, I'm still a single dude, trying to muddle through life. And honestly, guys, the single life is one thing, but I'm actually wanting to get into a actual relationship. Do I think I'm perfect for a relationship? Not really, no. But I'm willing to change. Anyway, before I go any deeper into this sob fest, sorry about that, folks. I hope you guys enjoy these videos, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that little bell icon, know when I'm putting out the next video. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves today, and I hope you guys see me in the next vid, because I'm gonna do another one, and I'm gonna do more of Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts, specifically Terra. And yes, folks, I'm actually looking forward to it, because that is the game that I'm playing right now. So if you guys love Kingdom Hearts, Disney, and or Square Enix, go for it. Let's get into it. And hopefully you guys enjoy the wrecking either I'm gonna inflict or it is inflicted on me. Whichever comes first. Take care. This is your friendly neighborhood GAMERDJINn, wishing you love, luck, happiness, and definitely some magic, a little at a time. Take care.